Hey guys, it's Ashley, a scrapping nerd, and I'm back today with a layout for Scraplift Crafternoon. It's where a bunch of my crafty peeps and we get together and we scrap lift a wonderful layout from someone every Sunday at noon. So today we are scrap lifting this gorgeous layout by Erin Taylor. And I just loved this layout because I love a more is more layout. Like I love piling on as much as I can. And so I pulled out my Craft O'Clock Seaside Greetings collection because I have so many scraps from this collection, so many embellishments and the fussy cut elements and everything. So I thought this would be a perfect collection to use for this layout. And so I picked this kind of blue and light wood background layer so that as I pile on all of these different pattern papers and everything, it doesn't clash with it. And today I'm scrapbooking a photo of our best friends and two of the three children. The third one wasn't born yet at our wedding. And these are our closest friends. And so I really loved this photo and I just hadn't scrapbooked it yet. And so I thought this would be a fun layout to use for this one. In my scraps, I had this wood paper that I had stenciled some coral on in this really pretty shiny glimmer paste that I have, and I really wanted to use that. I thought it would have been really pretty for a layout, but I just couldn't get it to work the way that I wanted it to, so it ends up not making it on here. And so I decided to use this blue stripe as a photo mat, but I wanted to mat my photo in a thin white mat first, because then I will put that up on foam and then put it on this white and blue striped background just to give it some dimension. And with all of my layers and everything in this layout, I decided to distress everything. And so adding this foam to pop up the photo really kind of makes it stand and pop up off of all of the distress layers that I use. And so, of course, I have this foam that I have to glue both sides because I grabbed the non-adhesive on one side, but we're making it through. And I found my distress tool. I have been missing it because my lovely cat batted it around the house, and I actually found it under the couch in the living room, which is just utterly ridiculous. But I am so happy that I finally found it, and I got to remember not to leave it on my craft table when I'm not around, because then little Mr. Finn decides he wants to play with it. I lose a lot of hair ties too. I'll leave a hair tie on the table or something, and he plays with that. But so he's a little mischievous cat. But since I decided not to use that wood with the coral pasted stencil on it, I pulled in this seashell paper, and then I really liked these blue polka dots. Kind of plays off the photo there, and there's a lot of blue in what we're all wearing, and so it kind of matches really well. But I'm getting the different layers that I like down, all these pieces of scrap paper that I have, and I'm going to go through and distress all of those layers, like I said. And you saw that part of these had where I had cut circles out of them, or this blue one here has a chunk missing. And so that's really why I was this is the perfect layout to use these scraps of this collection, because I love this collection. I have a lot of it, and then I keep every scrap because I love it so much. And it kind of is something that I use throughout my wedding layout, wedding album. But I wanted to pull in some of these blue and white polka dot washi tape that I have, and so I put these 3 down at the bottom, and actually in the end I cover up most of it, but then I will put washi in another spot. But now I'm just going to go through and start to add all of my embellishments or my cut aparts that I have. And I really liked that little boat tag that I made, and I really tried to make that work on the right side of the photo, but in the end that'll come out too. When I have all these embellishments, I really like to just move things around and make my different embellishment clusters, but of course, that's this extended amount of time, and so I do cut all of that out for you guys so you don't have to sit here while I rearrange my layout 10,000 times. But that's what I really enjoy about why I do to pack so much on my layouts is that I just really enjoy having so much to look at and all the pretty embellishments and different pattern papers and everything, which is why I'm definitely the more is more scrapbook and why I just fell in love with Erin's layout for today. But I wanted to add some of I know she had some clusters kind of up in the top right corner, so I wanted to add some of these floral bits kind of around that top part, and I wanted to try to get the seahorse on that side, but then since I removed that boat tag that I tried to get over there, the seahorse looked good over there with the kind of clock element. I really like adding circular elements mixed in with my kind of rectangular elements, especially when layouts like this where there's a lot of layers. And so I put a tab up there that said friendship, and then this one I just have had in the stash forever, and it has like a green border, but I just cut the green border off, and then it has the pink writing, and so it worked out just fine. And of course I distressed all of those edges and everything for that, and that turned out to fill up that space really well. So that's when I finally gave up on my little boat tag that I had over there. But now I'm just pulling in some of my seashell clusters and making a little cluster down there. I really like the seashells that come in the fussy cut parts. I love being able to layer the different shells, and I do put some up on foam. And then I take my stylus and a piece of foam, and I just add texture to the shells by just using kind of drawing over them. And I do it with the floral as well. And it just gives them some texture so they don't just lay flat on the layout. And I really like doing that with the florals. And then I started doing it with these seashells that I have from this collection. And then I wanted to add some more of that washi up there. And I put that little tiny wood piece of scrap that I had there. And so I just didn't want it to all of a sudden end. So the washi kind of helps have a place for it to land. And then it pulls it in that I have it down there at the bottom as well. And then it was really bothering me, this upper left corner was just the blue polka dots. So I wanted to pull in some different tags. And I thought I was going to do one, but then I really liked the little lighthouse on the one tag. And then the lighter tag has the jars on it. And so I cut those off so that I can move it down below the photo as well. You can see me doing it here. And add something to the wood part down there, because I don't need a journal or anything. This is going in the wedding album of the professional photos, so I don't need a journal about this, and so I didn't need a journal spot. So I thought, well, these little jars will look cute down under the photo as well. And so then I'm just going to add some twine to my tags up here. I don't like leaving tags without having something in them, and if I don't put a string or ribbon or something through the tag hole, then I will cover the tag hole with something. I just don't like having it just up there. And so I chose a thicker twine because I wanted to kind of just stuff it behind my layers. I didn't want it to be sticking up. And so I will kind of glue it down behind those, but only at the end so that it doesn't lay flat. The whole piece doesn't lay flat on the layout. So I like how that looked. And then lastly, I took some of my Dylusions shimmer spray in white linen, and I just sprinkled the background with white. But that's going to be the layout for today, guys. Thanks to everyone that's liked and subscribed to my channel. I really appreciate it. If you haven't yet, go ahead and hit the buttons below. Make sure you go and check out all of my crafty peeps that are playing along today and see their interpretation of Erin's beautiful layout, as well as check out Erin's Instagram, and all that information is down below. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day. Bye.